Hello everybody, thank you for choosing ORTM 1 for your English time of every Saturday and Sunday. We begin this program by Mali News. First, top news. The drafting committee for the National Charter about National Reconciliation met with the Prime Minister, head of government, who welcomed the participatory and inclusive approach. Digitalization of the administration. It is now possible to obtain a calibration certificate for fuel transport tanks. The software designed by AMAP was presented to the Prime Minister. The AS countries intend to harmonize their legal instrument. The Ministers of Justice of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso was meeting in Bamako last Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ORTM News. Before the development, I am with my guest, Mahamadou Karamogo Kairaba Koita. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. The drafting committee for the National Charter for National Reconciliation met with the government this week. The meeting allowed both parties to review the content of the document, which aims to consolidate peace and strengthen national cohesion in our country. Prime Minister, head of government, praised the participatory and inclusive approach that prevailed in the drafting of this document before praising the vision of the transitional president. Report by Mamari Kone and Angel Damele.
A few weeks before the end of its mission, the committee in charge of reporting the National Charter for Reconciliation met with the government. 3 months after an initial meetings with members of the government, the committee came to analyze the progress of its works after taking into account the recommendations made by the government. The reports on National Charter for Reconciliation includes 105 articles. This reference document written down by some 50 experts aims to consolidate peace and strengthen national cohesion after several years of crisis. The Prime Minister, head of government, enjoyed the participatory and inclusive approach of the committee chair, which allowed all stakeholders to express themselves and make quality proposals and contributions. The members of the government got the document, including the report on charter and the various copies. The ministers praised the quality of the document produced before asking a few questions. After drafting this document, the committee will present its findings to the nation's vital forces and the government. The final report of the charter will be then submitted to Transition President Lieutenant General Assimi Goïta.
Prime Minister, Minister of Territorial Administration and Decentralization, Major General Abdoulaye Maiga, chaired the meeting of the Steering Committee for the Administration Digitization. During the meeting, 3 new digital solutions were presented to the committee members. Report Mamadi Kone and Gausu DIARRA.
The digitalization makes progress with the Ministry of Industry and Trade, the Executive Commission for the Digitalization Process in the administration organized a meeting. During this meeting, 3 departments have proposed solutions for digitalization process to the commission members. The first platform is about a system integrated for the operation of the exterior trade is made by the National Department of Trade, Consumption and Competition. The Executive Director of Trade spoke. Today, we use a digitalization system to safeguard the transportation. It allows to make sure taxation. In the past, in the importation and exportation, taxes were showed to the customs office for customs formalities. Today, that is no longer possible. For the Prime Minister General Abdoulaye Maiga, digitalization process is the concern of all departments in our country. Then the government is making efforts to make this digitalization possible. Today, all departments should get interested in this digitalization process in order to improve our revenue and income.
More than 5 million of our compatriots are in need of food assistance, with around 1.2 million in a food crisis, while the state and its partners need to mobilize $165 million. These statistics were made public during the meeting to share the National Food and Security Response Plan document with technical and financial partners held at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Alfred Touré and Binta Kamsuko provide an update.
Developed by the government during the 21st session of the National Food Security Council, the National Response Plan is a document that provides information on the food situation and strategies for managing the situation. This year, the need amounts to more than $165 million. Technical and financial partners have committed to the government to help meet food needs. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation welcomed the strong mobilization demonstrated by Mali's partners. He also repeated the commitment of the highest authorities to meet the vital needs of the population, including food security. Some recommendations and suggestions were made to ensure the campaign's greater success. Government members took note of these and promised to report back.
The ministers for justice in the AS countries Mali, Niger, Burkina met in Bamako on Tuesday to harmonize the various policies. The main objectives of this meeting are, among other things, to strengthen and harmonize the legal instrument for more effective judicial cooperation within the AES Confederation. Angel Dambele for more details.
Following the ministers responsible for economics and finances, those responsible for justice from the Confederation of AES member states met in Bamako. At this meeting, they addressed the conclusion of the work of experts from the three countries on strengthening judicial cooperation. Discussions also focused on important issues for legal and security integration within the Confederation. The Republic of Mali, a founding member of the Confederation of Sahel States Alliance, expressed its particular pleasure in leading this meeting under the leadership of Lieutenant General Assimi Goïta, head of state. The Prime Minister acknowledged that the meeting was particularly pleasing following the feats of defense, diplomacy, and development. The justice field must be the cornerstone for supporting intervention mechanisms. This first meeting therefore promises to be a decisive step in building a common judicial space, a pledge of shared sovereignty, common security, and sustainable development. At the end of this meeting, organized by the Malian Ministry of Justice, they will set a credible and effective transitional justice system, means of confidence and stability in the service of the Sahelian peoples.
ORTM is honored through our colleague Sori Ibrahim Keita, a seasoned journalist with more than 30 years of experience. He received the African Leadership and Emergence Award, a prize awarded by Palem Dubai. The award ceremony took place here at ORTM in the presence of Director General Hassan Baba Jombele. Reports by Mohamed Keita and Maria COULIBALY.
After Amadou Kodjo, Umunjara Jema, and Sidi El Medi Aga Al Baka in the 2024, ORTM is once again honored this year by the Dubai Palem Africa Initiative. The members of the jury of the committee unanimously awarded the African Leadership and Emerging Award to journalist and editor Sori Ibrahim Keita for all of this work for more than 30 years. According to one of the members of the organizing committee, we chose him after his immense work within ORTM. This recognition from Parliament for Sori Ibrahim Keita was well received by the Director General of ORTM, Hassan Baba Jombele. According to him, It is an honor that such an important organization chooses an important journalist. That means they had the time to see, appreciate, analyze, and understand this result that we have today. We hope that other ORTM agents will benefit from this kind of recognition in the future. According to Sori Ibrahim Keita, we journalists are makers of kings, but we are not kings. I'm moved after getting this distinction. I believe it is a sign to tell me that we must do better. You can do better and you must do better. In addition to Sori Ibrahim Keita, this second edition of Dubai Palm Initiative Africa distinguished 58 personalities from the continent and from other fields, including 20 Malians.
We will end on a high note with the awards ceremony for ORTM's cultural evening at CCB. Nyanya Alou Traoré and Angèle Dambélé for more details.
She is the queen of ORTM traditional attire show for the 2025 edition. The choice was difficult as the women competed in beauty. All of Mali's ethnic groups represented. In addition, it was the Minister for Entrepreneurship, a worthy representative of 3 districts in Mali, who paid the jury's attention. ORTM traditional attire show is more than a show, it is a source of pride. The evening's king shares this pride. Moussa Daw, dressed as the true King Minyanka, highlighted the culture of Mali's 6th district. He and so many other men have glorified Mali of our ancestors. The traditional attire show is also a time of reward. The listeners of Channel 2 choose the best national artists through the radio flagships. This year, Sulbi and Bigini Bagaga respectively received the trophy. He is the champion of traditional wrestling. In total, there were 20 wrestlers, including 10 from Mali, 5 from Burkina Faso, and the other 5 from Niger. In the final step, the Malian wrestler faced the one from Niger. It was the Malian Lamine Janga, a professional carer, who won. This cultural meeting is a big moment. Watch these dance steps of ORTM marketing director and guest the district it belongs. Let us admire the efforts of the U.S. ambassador who followed the riff of Minyanka dancing, just like Missy Zarakitala of the CNT and Minister Umu Salsek.
You know, I love Malian culture, I love Malian dress, I love Malian music, and it's all here today, so it's wonderful. It's really lovely to see everybody getting up and dancing. I think Malians have music inside of them, and maybe I'm getting a little bit also, but it's just very lovely to see, so congratulations. So to me, you know, Malian music, Malian culture, Malian food, all these things are really important for Mali, but also the world. So I hope we can share this with everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today. Let's stay with us for the guests of the week. We received today in our studio Mr. Mohamedou Karamoko Kairaba Koita, sociolinguist and chairman of Malian Association of Teachers of English called Mise. Welcome,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Koita.
Thank you, Mr. Jara.
So my first question is, what is Mise and what is its mission?
Thank you very much, Mr. Jara, and thank you all the viewer of ORTM 1 and all the staff of ORTM, the great job you're doing once more.
Thank you.
And it's a great pleasure to be with you all the time. As concerned, of course, Mise, as you say, the name indicates, Malian Association of Teachers of English. It has been created in 1987 by Teachers of English. And it's a non-profit organization and political. So our main mission is to help our colleagues and promote the excellence of teaching for English, and also to create an environment where we can have a good collaboration and advocacy. So in teaching English as we need.
Okay,
yes,
that's good. So what strategy does Mise use to achieve its goal?
Very important strategy is that firstly, after the General Assembly every year, the first activities that we undertake, this is to elaborate annual action plan. And in this action plan, we see the different activities that we can undertake, and also in collaboration with national and international partners. And this is very important here to mention, like we undertake many activities with the different embassies, the U.S. Embassy, the British Embassy, and the British Council. And also we working to extend this partnership with some other embassies, including Ghana, Nigeria, and South Africa, and also Indian Embassy. So based on that, we work to achieve those activities, and some can be in the action plan virtual, or some can be in person also. So these are in general the activities, but mainly based on our action plans. Yes.
So what impact has MATE had on English language teaching in Mali?
Very important. As I said, the 2 point, the mission of MATE to reinforce the capacity building of teacher of English, and thanks to the partnership with British Council and U.S. Embassy, many teachers they receive training and exchange program, and based on that, after that training and exchange program, some came back to Mali in order to share these experiences, and also with British Council in 2018. Some teacher inspectors and some staff members of MATE and a pedagogical counselor, they attended training in Ghana, so which in the program of English Connect program. So these programs mainly target the extra classes, to help students even outside the classroom. So these are mainly, we can say today, of course, teachers we really need capacity building and enforce what are the different weaknesses, and MATE is really working on this mainly on our different platforms for the trainings.
So you are a social linguist.
Yeah.
So how do social platforms influence the language development of Malian IFL students, both positively or negatively?
All right. Okay. Very interesting. And as concerned this, when we talk about these different social platforms, which includes Facebook, WhatsApp, and TikTok. Okay, and these are really tools nowadays which help students to learn English and improve their speaking and listening skills. So it allowed them to be in contact with some speaker of English, which are the different English-speaking influencers on YouTube or even on TikTok or on Facebook. So they learn and increase their vocabulary. So these are some positive impact, but they may also face some challenges, because some may not be able to know the differences or to correct themselves, like facing to grammatical problem, because the courses are generally in virtual. And also, if they use also most of time on social media, this also can impact. Otherwise, I see most positive impact than negative one. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much
to
come to see us at ORTM.
Yes.
You know, you are the new president of MATE.
Of course.
So I hope you will continue to talk about MATE.
Absolutely.
During your mandate.
A great pleasure.
Thank you for coming again.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Great.
We are at the end of this program of today. We'll be together next Saturday at 5:30 p.m. and Sunday at 10 a.m. Same channel, ORTM 1. May God bless Mali. Goodbye.